There is a feeling that I used to get from zombies maps, an excitement, a thrill, a feeling of exploration that would slowly creep over my brain, and the maps would feel like they were alive, like they were engaging with you in real time. There was the lead up to the map's release, the teasers, the music videos, the cinematic cutscenes, then the moment itself when the map dropped and everybody in the community would drop what they were doing and rush to figure out everything that these maps had to offer. It was ceremonious, it was exciting, it was worth living for. But now, in 2022 with Vanguard Zombies, we are just getting maps that are ticking the boxes of things that we have liked in the past, and it's nothing more than that. Terra Maledicta is a stain on the zombies community. It isn't a zombies map, it's not even a zombies experience, and that's because it isn't zombies. There is an old expression where I come from, and that is, whoever smelt it, dealt it, and Treyarch, I know you can smell that shit. I have played Terra Maledicta on a PC using an AMD Ryzen 9 3950X with an RTX 3080, and it's not a slouch PC by any means. It's not the top tier, but it's pretty good. And I ran the game at 4K and was hitting 120 FPS with ease. The game runs pretty well for the most part, except for when it doesn't. It seems to hit a wall around 20 plus because the game will just crash or disconnect from the server, which I guess isn't a total representation of the gameplay itself, but the servers are having some really big issues where they're just kicking people off for no freaking reason after an extended period of time. One of the key parts of any zombies map, however, is to be able to get to high rounds, which this map forces you to do the Easter egg to have the chance to even do high rounds, which we will get to in a moment. But if you can't do high rounds because the game is unstable, then what the hell is the point of playing? But for the most part, everything seems to be working well. No issues with completing the quest, if you can even call it that. Can you tell I don't like the quest? And side eggs seem to be all working well in my experience, but my only performance issues really came with the crashes at early high round runs. Similar to how Duranfang works, you have the center area, aka the main hub, and then you have areas you can teleport to for these objectives. This main map is actually pretty large, but has close to the same amount of sections as its predecessor, since the sectioning of the map is based off of the number of perk fountains in our game. Now let's be clear here, the art direction is very cool. Treyarch is doing a fantastic job with creating these weird and desolate environments that make you feel like there is a lot to uncover, only there's nothing there. They have merely created a checklist of what a zombies map is supposed to have, but they have only given us the bare minimum. The enemies in Terra Maledicta are largely the same from the previous map, which are terrible, by the way, but then they added a new enemy type, which I liked at first, called Zabala the Deceiver. While you are doing the main quest, you end up having to complete a ritual challenge with this new enemy, and I thought to myself, wow, this is actually kind of dope. It's like a little mini boss fight section, but boy, was I wrong. Zabala the Deceiver is the worst new enemy type we have ever had in zombies history. And yes, she's worse than the zombies with the machine guns. What the hell are the devs thinking? Zabala has essentially the same enemy design as the Margwas from Black Ops 3. She has 3 masks on her head that can be damaged during certain windows, just like the Margwas when they open and close their mouths, only Zabala can duck underground, turn into 3 energy mine explosives at a rapid pace, and has the tiniest little hitbox known to man. And not only did they make her incredibly annoying, they make her spawn in all the time. You think she would only come in every 3 to 5 rounds, but no, she is always there just sucking away your resources, which are already finite in Vanguard. So it's just an awful enemy to counterbalance the already awful systemic issues that are inside of this game. And here's another thing that bothers me about the enemies in this map and the map layout. Since it's not a traditional survival experience, zombies spawn infinitely, which means I can't explore. I can't do anything without having a full-on horde to take down. There is never a moment where you can breathe in Terra Maledicta because the devs think it's fun to shove open world mechanics inside a standard sized zombies map. I don't have a ton to say about the story, but when the game first launched, I was interested in it because I thought the aesthetic and the vibe of this mode was actually really cool, as well as the art direction, like I said. But this story, it's just stupid. And I know there's a lot of people out there saying, well, the gameplay sucks, but I love the story. And yeah, I mean, that's fine if you do. I'm happy for you. I want people to like things. But to me, it seems like people are just trying to find any redemption for this mode at all, which in my opinion, there's barely any of that to be found. That being said, the story is so dependent on these gods that are our field upgrades, and they're so very annoying. They never stop talking, and they say absolutely nothing of value because there's no quest to correspond with these gods. And I wish I didn't have to be so harsh. Yes, I just said harsh instead of harsh. I'm keeping that in there. But yeah, the story is just god-awful. Let's first start with side quests. Treyarch has added a few of them. There is a ray gun side quest, some dig sites with some intel in them, some antenna side quest where you can get a loot crate, and those are fine. I'm glad that they're in there, but they don't give you any inherent advantage, so there's no point in doing them. And one of the things with Cold War Zombies was it removed any real need for side quests, and I mean need, not desire or a want. If you can just buy everything from the Wonder Fizz or a crafting table or from trial machines, then why waste your time doing a side quest? And Vanguard Zombies has this same problem. A side quest is supposed to reward the player for their knowledge of the map and bend the rules so that you are rewarded with an overpowered bonus for going out of your way to complete something on top of the thing that is present inside of the map, aka the main quest. So until Treyarch figures out new rewards for these side eggs, there's ultimately never point to do any of them. Now let's move on to the main quest, if you can even call it that. All right, and if you know me at all, you know I am an Easter egg man, and I can't believe I have to say this, but this is hands down the worst, most embarrassing quest I have ever experienced in my history as a Zombies fan. I would rather play the Advanced Warfare Cauterizer step where you're stuck in that like incinerator shaft trying to get the key card by shooting the ground. I would rather do that for 10 months in a row than ever play this quest again. And now you might be thinking to yourself, but Alex, just play the map without doing the quest. And I say to you, my friend, I wish I could. You are forced to do this phoned in quest every single time you play. No one likes this objective zombies-based gameplay because it goes against the DNA of the mode. And during Duranfang, Treyarch bestowed us with this objective called the Void, which sends you to one of the map's locations and lets you play traditional survival round-based zombies on it. And it's a set location, by the way. It's not random. And in order to make the experience happen, you have to go through the whole entire story quest, and it is a slog. Treyarch also time gates every single thing inside of this quest. You're not allowed to progress in any step until the dialogue from the gods has ended. And there is so much of it, and it's all useless. So just in order to play the map in any normal way, you have to go through an hour-long dialogue tree just to experience. Bad design. And as for the quest itself, you're just pressing square on a few things and shooting a few things, and then you get a shield, and it's kind of good, but it also kind of sucks, and you get a page from a book that no one cares about. I mean, it's just utterly bad, dude. Listen, guys, I don't want to sit here and be negative for the sake of being negative, but I'm not going to lie about what I'm feeling. This is coming from the heart. And obviously, Treyarch knows how to make a good zombies experience. I know they do. They have done it for over a decade, and I am not worried about their next game or the future of the mode in general. But what I am concerned about is, what are they going to do with Vanguard? This is a terrible experience. I think what is most important here is that Treyarch listens to their fans. And I'm not saying they need to listen to the people that are sending them death threats and calling them names online. I'm talking about real passionate fans of the mode who are paying for a product and are not receiving that product. They're receiving something entirely different that they never wanted to pay for, and it's absolutely embarrassing, and it's absolutely a slap in the face towards the fan base. I can tell a ton of work went into this map, but it's just missing the mark in every single aspect of what makes zombies zombies. No one likes it. This isn't the hardcore base lashing out or the casual base not knowing what to do. It's just that for whatever reason, the devs are not meeting the standard that they themselves have set. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video at all, please consider leaving a like, a sub, or enjoy some of the other content on the channel that's presented here. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.